What's going on, everyone? So today we are going to get into what are the best times to day trade. Now, for me, I feel very fortunate and blessed. I live on the West Coast, so it's nice. Okay, just taking a shot at you, East Coasters. Just kidding, just kidding. Don't fucking come and whack me. All right, but for me, because I live on the West Coast, I'm going to refer to all these times in West Coast time. Okay, and you could just convert for East Coast. Example, the market opens here on the West Coast at 6:30. For you dumbasses that can't figure out how to convert time, if you're on the East Coast, that means the market opens for you at 9:30. Okay? So, I'm going to refer to everything as in Pacific Standard Time. So what I do is, and the best times to trade for me is an hour before the market opens. So the market opens at 6:30. So what I have found is somewhere at around 5:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we find some moves. And some of those moves, and I'm referring particularly to like trading options or something of that nature. Maybe you even may find some with small cap trading or whatnot. But at 5:30, we sometimes have news for from our economic calendar. And if I go over here, on Thursday the 18th, we had unemployment claims. That happened at 8:30 Eastern time. So that is my 5:30 Pacific. So news of such as that can be examples of what may drive the market in the pre-market, and there is opportunity for there. So for those of you that work like an 8 to 5, if you don't have time as soon as the kids get up and you got to make their bed and help them brush their teeth and get them ready for school, you may be able to trade at 5:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time and catch a trade leading into that market open. So not the number one time, but a time to look at potential trades would be at around that 5:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time in the pre-market for a potential trade. The next one, and for me, this is the number one time to look at trading, is right at market open. 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time is going to be the most volatile, the most active time to day trade. This is right when all of this volume, and we could even look at this chart as an example. Look at all of this volume within the first half an hour to hour of the day, and look at how volume starts to taper down later. Volume is a big important thing when it comes to trading, because without volume, there's not movement. And without movement, there's no volatility. And without volatility, I can't make really good money, right? I need it to be volatile. Other example, right here, you can see on that very first candle, look at the pattern between every single one of these days. That first candle, even look at the volume in the pre-market. That very first candle to start the morning has so much into it. This is what drives that volatility that we like. So that market open, and the market open typically will go from about 6:30 to 8 is where you'll see the most active trading going on, and then it kind of tapers down. Then you have the intraday, which is just throughout the trading day. The actual regular trading hours is from 6:30 to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So around 8 o'clock, it kind of tapers down, and then what I find is potential for reversals, and reversals tend to happen at around 10:30 a.m. to around 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I may find breakout trades or reversal trades, and here's an example, right? Let's just say this was holding, which it did. We retraced back to these EMAs and we retested this low, and then at that point, this is when we get the breakout, and then from then on, it continued to flush. So you may find breakouts in the intraday, and that again, that's at around 10:30 or 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and usually within half an hour, if I don't find anything, then it's not a trade. All right, so far, just to recap, we have 5:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time in the pre-market. You may find a trade. 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is my number one time to trade. This is my favorite time to trade, is right at market open between 6:30 to 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is when we also do our live stream. So if you guys are interested in trading live with me, we do a live stream Monday through Friday, and we talk you through the trades as we're getting in and out of them. If you want to know more about that, go to our website, stockmarketwolf.com. All right. This third time to trade is those breakouts between 10:30 to 11. All right. Now, the next opportunity to trade is what we call the power hour, and that starts at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The reason I believe it's called the power hour is because right at 12, this is when everyone here on the West Coast is taking a lunch. And so they have time to maybe look at their screens and maybe take a trade, or maybe it was getting hit so hard in the day that at the power hour there's some type of little bit of correction to kind of put us back and kind of lessen the bleeding on the day, right? So that power hour, you can also find moves. Now, the last segment is the after hours. The after hours, so with trading options, you can only trade options from regular hours. That's 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. This is why, for me, because I am an option trader, I like trading the market open. That's going to be the best time for me, or maybe the intraday or power hour. But I can't take advantage of the pre-market or after hours. The only people that can take advantage of that are people that trade shares and are trading either large cap or companies, or they're trading ETFs like the S&P 500 or Teslas, but they're trading shares, or they're trading small caps. The only other people that can also take advantage of the pre-market hours or after hours are those that are trading futures. So when I'm about to talk here about after hours, I'm specifically referring to trading either NQ or ES, but often there may be earnings some days, right? For Nvidia or Tesla or Amazon. And then right around that 1 o'clock PM, you may see a surge in the market. But if I'm trading options, I'm not going to be able to catch that move unless I take a swing trade, right? But if I still want to day trade, I could switch to futures and trade ES or NQ and be able to catch a move and as a response to whatever those earnings reports were, right? And how that company did on its earnings. Like Nvidia on April, or I think it was March, they had really good earnings, and then the market in the after hours completely rushed up. And so instead of trading options, I traded futures and we caught a really good trade. All right. So then there's the after hours. So pre-market, market open, intraday breakouts, reversals, the power hour, and after hours. Those are the top, those are the 5 common. Now, the least common, and it's more for those again related to futures trading, is midnight trading. So here on the West Coast, right around midnight is when the European market opens, and you may find moves at 12 a.m. the following next day, right? And so you may, let's say you had a really busy day and you're about to get into bed, and instead of watching Netflix, you find a trade. So those are the most active times. Let me know what times you guys trade, and if any of those that I just mentioned are some of those that you trade as well. Put those in the comment section. Let me know feedback as well in the comment section of what you guys think of these videos and this content. We're trying to put out a video a week for you guys to give out free game. If you guys want to go subscribe more, go to our Instagram at Stock Market Wolf. I post a lot in there. And then come and check us out for live trading. Go to stockmarketwolf.com, as well as get our education program. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. I can't wait to see you on the next video.